Thomas often grumbled because he was not allowed to pull trains. The other engines laughed. You're not important, they say. You're sure to leave something behind. Rubbish, said Thomas crossly. Just you wait. I'll show you. One night, Thomas and Henry were alone in the sheds. Henry was ill. The men worked hard, but he didn't get much better. Now Henry usually pulled the first train in the morning, and Thomas had to go fetch his coaches ready. If Henry is ill, he thought, perhaps I shall pull his train. Thomas ran to find the coaches. Come along, he said. There's plenty of time, grumbled the coaches. He took them to the platform. He went around front at once, but his driver wouldn't let him. Don't be so impatient, Thomas, he said. So Thomas waited and waited. The people got in, the guard and station master walked up and down, the porter banged the doors, and still Henry didn't come. Thomas got more and more excited every time. The fat director got out of his office to see what was the matter. The guard and the station master told him about Henry. Find another engine at once, he ordered. There's only Thomas, they said. So you'll have to do it then. Thomas, be quick now. So Thomas ran to the front, and then back down on the coaches, ready to start. Don't be impatient, said his driver. Wait till everything is ready. But Thomas was too excited to listen to a word he said. What happened then, though? No one knows. Perhaps they forgot to couple Thomas to the train. Perhaps Thomas was too impatient to wait until they were ready. But perhaps the driver pulled the lever by mistake. However, Thomas started. People shouted and waved at him, but he wouldn't stop. They're waving at me because I'm a splendid engine, he thought importantly. Henry says it's hard to pull trains, but I think it's easy. Hooey puffed, pretending to be like Gordon. He passed through the windmill. He saw a man lean out of one of the windows, waving and shouting. They're pleased to see me, he thought. They've never seen me pulling a train before. It's nice of them to wave. He whistled, peep, peep, thank you, and hurried on. But then he came to a signal at danger. Buff, he thought, I must stop, and we were going so nicely, too. What a nuisance signals are, and he blew an angry peep, peep on his whistle. A signalman ran up. Hello, Thomas, he said. What are you doing here? I'm pulling a train, said Thomas proudly. Can't you see? Where are your coaches, then? Thomas looked back. Why, bless me, he said. If we haven't left them behind. Yes, said the signalman. You better go back quickly and fetch them. Poor Thomas was so sad he nearly cried. Cheer up, said his driver. Let's go back quickly and try again. At the station, all the passengers were talking at once and they were telling the fat director and the station master and the guard what a bad railway it was. But when Thomas came back and they saw how sad he was, they couldn't be cross. So they coupled him to the train, and this time he really pulled it. For a long time, the other engines laughed at Thomas and said, Look, there's Thomas, who wanted to pull a train, but forgot all about the coaches.